Hello, my name is Elliot Kelly. Welcome to tucsoninvestors.com. I've been involved in the real estate business since I first saw my first Carlton Sheets video when I was about 19 years old. I really had no idea what I was doing back then. I made all kinds of calls and tried to make offers, and it just went nowhere. So I decided to become a real estate agent. And I decided to go to work for my uncle, who's an appraiser in Louisiana. So I went to Louisiana and I got licensed there, and I wound up writing about 11 appraisals for my uncle, who then reviewed my work and signed off on virtually all of them. My last 6 were very accurate, but unfortunately he never paid me. We got into this big fight. I wound up leaving Louisiana, going to Texas. I got my license in Texas, and I tried in earnest to become an agent out there, and it was just really brutally hard work. Nobody wanted to trust the sale of their home to a 24-year-old kid, and I just found it so difficult working with sellers and buyers. I really discovered that I was making a lot less money than they were, and I guess what bothered me the most was I didn't really have any control over the outcome of anything. You know, somebody could suddenly change their mind, and I would have worked for nothing. It was just terrible. And what I've discovered is that really all of the jobs in the industry are like that. People only get paid if deals get done, generally speaking. It's not a business. It's a very commission-oriented business. And it's really, really awful having your whole life pinned on the actions of other people. I wanted to be the engine of my own success, and I couldn't do that waiting for this seller to get his act together, this buyer to get his act together. And so ultimately I went back into investing, thinking that would be the way through, and I think it is. I really do. I just think that it's not quite as easy as they make it look in the seminars. I really believe it takes a lot of hard work to successfully make it in real estate investing, but the money is just so huge that it makes a difference. You know, people think a real estate commission of $9,000 or $12,000, or the typical real estate commission on a $220,000 house is, if you include the buyer and seller's end, is over $12,000 in Tucson. So everyone thinks that's like fabulous. But what they don't tell you is that the average agent is making a sale every 2 to 3 years. So these guys are pretty much averaging $4,000 or $5,000 a year. So you'd be probably better off learning how to drive a taxi or sell hot dogs than real estate, which is oddly enough probably the way it should be. Agents are kind of the hardest people that I work with. The best agents tend to be really tough people. So they can be a little bit tough to communicate with and a little tough to work with. So when an agent is really nice to me, it's rare, because the offers that I make are pretty insulting, frankly, to the seller. So I've got a list of agents that are the best in town. I've got a list of loan people that are the best. I've got a terrific title agent. She's terrific. I think you need all of these people to you just got to be able to navigate this whole system. Actually, the hardest thing about investing in real estate is fixing the houses themselves. I mean, you would think that a little plumbing, a little drywall would be easy, but actually it's really, really hard work. And it's very difficult to get honest labor for honest pay. So coming in to a house, fixing it up, and selling it just really isn't. It's not as easy as you would tend to think. The good news is it's about 30 to my best deal. I think I made 85 grand on. So there's a lot of money in this. This is, if you do it right and you hire the right people and you work with the right agents, the right title people, the right loan people, you can get the job done and you can make a whole lot of money. I really think anyone can make about $30,000 conservatively in about 10 to 20 weeks, and probably aggressively make maybe $50,000 or $60,000 in the same period of time. So 30 to 60 grand isn't impossible at all. It's actually pretty common, and you can do it. You really can. But you do need training, and I do provide that for free if you will follow my program. If you don't want to follow my program, my time's about $1,000. I'll come in and I'll basically tell you what to do and send you on your way. But if you show up at my Friday night class, 7:30 p.m., Borders Bookstore at the Park Mall, in the cafe section, we play a game called Cash Flow, based on the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. When I found that book, I realized that what I was doing the whole time, I thought I was working real estate. What I was really doing is working a financial statement. And once I understood how a financial statement actually functions and what the different asset classes are and how they interact with one another, that's when I started really making money, not just in real estate, but in business as well. So why don't you come on down to the first meeting, and you'll get to meet me and some of the people that I've trained. I've trained 170 investors, which is great. There's over 350 people in my network. Next to Asria.org, I'm really the largest single body of real estate investors in the city. And I just love to hang out with people and teach people. It's a real joy. So if you'll come in and you'll be part of the group, and you don't require any one-on-one personal training, it's free. So you might as well take advantage of me while you have the opportunity. And I'll show you all the deals I'm working on, and if you want to come through and look at them all and see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, I'm very generous with that kind of stuff. Real estate, you can do that. Business, you can't always give away your business secrets, and you can't always give people the inside scoop on what your trade secrets are. But real estate, there's like so many trillions of dollars in real estate just all over the place that it would be totally impossible for me to do. I like to do one deal at a time, and there's probably 10 or 15 deals a day hitting the market right now, or even more possibly. I mean, things are a little shaky in the market right now in real estate, as you know. Once you get a big check, what I call a checkzilla. A checkzilla is just a giant that's a giant amount of money that you pick up from the title company when you do your first deal, when you sell your first deal. If you'll take that big check and diversify it, create a business or get involved in a business with about half of that money, and the other half go after a commodity like silver, I think you'll be able to raise big blocks of money in real estate and then diversify it in those two directions so that you'll have liquidity and cash flow. Liquidity from the liquid markets and cash flow from your business. And that's the whole process that we have here. We also have about a $3 million line of credit with a local accounting firm that enables us to buy deals up and down all day. If you do find a deal out there, it's $5,000. If you have excellent credit and would like to partner with me on a deal, I'd have to meet with you in person to decide if you're somebody that I'd like to have as a partner, but I'm known to do that sort of thing as well. So give me a call. My number is 520-272-0277. I can also be emailed at elliot@tucsoninvestors.com. My name is spelled ELLIOTT. I look forward to hearing from you, and best of luck with your investing career. Bye-bye now.